Joining us now in an exclusive interview is Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, you may hear the brass band next to us. It sounds a little bit like New Orleans, but we're actually on the National Mall. I don't want you to get confused there. Listen, this news about Iran, sometimes when somebody tells you who they are, you got to believe them. I think you've used that quote. I've seen it on the internet. I feel like that's Iran right now, and this administration is working really hard for diplomacy, but I don't know that that's the key.
Well, Joey, I think you have to keep all this in perspective. Number one, I think we're winning. Number two, you have to be mindful of the fact that really crazy is rare. Among the political leadership in Iran, it's commonplace. Nonetheless, they don't want to die any more than we do. Point three, Iran right now is like a really old man who can't afford to catch a cold. We have degraded them deeply. That's why we went in. They've got three wheels down and their axle dragging. So when the press says they're holding all the cards, they're wrong. I think we should continue to do what we've been doing. If Iran wants to hit us, we hit them back twice as hard. Will this go on for 60 days? I don't know. But we shouldn't give in. No deal, for me, is okay. A bad deal isn't. Now, at the end of a reasonable period of time, 60 days or whatever, I think we ought to go back in, go Catwoman on them again. I think once again, we should eat them up and spit the bones on the floor. And we should adopt the Navy's plan of escorting ships through the strait. It would be nice, this is my final point, it would be nice to have some help from other countries in the world that depend on the Strait of Hormuz for their oil. But if we have to go it alone, we should go it alone. We can't back down. We're winning, and we shouldn't. That's the way I see it.
Senator, I want to turn to this now. I have to ask you about this controversy surrounding Scott Presler after he was denied entry into a GOP dinner event with Senate Majority Leader John Thune. Take a look at this.
I'm here at the South Dakota State Convention. I have a ticket. And they are saying that I can't come in.
I'm the asshole saying you can't come in because guess what? You're posting this little piss and moan session on Facebook. So you just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Presler claims Thune specifically requested for him not to be allowed. Thune's team directed the big weekend show to post from his spokesperson, who insists they had nothing to do with the event. We also reached out to the South Dakota GOP for comment. We have not heard back, but this comes as the Senate continues to stall, of course, as you know, on the Save America Act, while an Obama-era judge ruled against a Trump executive order meant to secure our elections. Senator, we've talked to you about this before, about the Save America Act. The president is very serious about it. Grassroots Republicans and conservatives like Scott Presler are very serious about it. We hear that the math isn't mathing, but we also hear that there could be a talking filibuster. It gets our hopes up. Can you give us the real deal, as you always do, on the probability we're going to get the Save America Act or something close to it actually to the finish line?
Well, sure. To answer your first question, I don't know Mr. Presler, but if he had a ticket, they should have allowed him in. Duh. Number two, as to the SAVE Act, I think we ought to pass it. The SAVE Act, to me, I'm a co-sponsor. It means two things. It means that to vote in America, you have to prove you are who you say you are to be able to vote. You have to have an ID at the polls, and you have to be an American citizen. And number two, it means that we ought to go back to having an election day, not an election month. We need to know who the winner is on election night. I would continue to try to pass the SAVE Act. We've tried, I think, 4 times. I offered it as an amendment in our last reconciliation vote-a-rama. I only got 47 votes. I have encouraged Senator Thune to put the SAVE Act on the FISA bill, which is a must-pass bill. Hope he does that when we get back. I'm fully supportive of what Mike wants to do. We've tried it once, but I'm willing to try it again, and that is Mike wants to put the bill on the floor, and then we all talk about it, and supposedly at some point the Democrats will give in. You can be your own judge of whether that'll happen or not. Final point, I guess, Senator Mike Johnson, my friend who's Speaker of the House, just announced he wants to try it again through reconciliation. I support that. I think that I think it's possible if we get some really big legal brains to draft it so that all or a substantial portion of it could pass the Byrd test.
Senator Kennedy, obviously, and by the way, I think a lot of Americans are walking with you every step of the way and trying to get this over the finish line. I don't think there's any question of the importance of the Save America Act. But obviously, we're here. We're having a lot of fun at the Great American State Fair. And your state of Louisiana absolutely did not disappoint with a big Mardi Gras display showing off the Pelican State. You know, I have family down in Louisiana, down in Kenner, and I love New Orleans, have for many, many years. But I have a two-part question. Number one, tell us about your great state. And number two, are you gumbo with or without rice?
Second question first. I swing both ways, okay? I can go, but if you make me choose, don't take that out of context, guys. If you make me choose, I'll take it with rice. Come visit us in Louisiana. You know, Louisiana's right next door to Texas, and Texas gets a lot of great publicity, and I love them to death. They deserve all the good publicity, but Texas is 5.5 times bigger than Louisiana, but we're 10.5 times more interesting than they are.
I think that's true.
Speaking of that, Senator, on top of your Capitol Hill commentary, you are known for your social media presence. Here are some of your recent hits.
I'm here next to Alphonse. Alphonse is the Prime Minister of Cool. This is my backyard. If you go out on the grass, you need to be really careful because there's dog poop everywhere. This is my kitchen table. Unless you've been homeschooled by a day drinker, you can see that I don't use it as a kitchen table. This is Margaret. Margaret is my elliptical trainer.
Senator, as a fellow Southerner, I'm fixing to ask you, how do other senators and other politicians keep from boring us by staying themselves on social media? Give them some tips.
I have no idea. We were forbidden in the Senate to go on TikTok. That's where it all started until just recently. So my staff signed me up, and they said, go make videos. And I said, what do you want me to make videos about? And they said, whatever you want. So I just talk about my normal life. And it's beyond me why anybody finds it interesting, but I really do have an elliptical trainer named Margaret after Margaret Thatcher. There really is dog poop in my backyard. I think I made a video about my wife's chicken salad, and it is really good. And my last video was about one of my pups who's really, really small, but he thinks he's a Doberman. And I don't know, I'll just keep making videos about my normal life until people get bored. But why they watch beats the hell out of me.
Listen, Tommy can give you some great pointers. She does her training with Tommy on the show. You guys, you should come do her podcast sometime and talk about, because I want to know, I want you to write down all those idioms and colloquialisms that you use. My Uncle Jeff is the one that I get mine from. I'd love to know the story behind, I mean, I'm sure in Louisiana there's plenty of them. I'd love to know the story behind some of them. I'd love to see you publish them, but thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Senator.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.